What's up, guys? Glitchy here, and today is gonna be my first story time, so I hope you guys do enjoy it. It's gonna be my first fight ever, and yeah, let's hop into it. But before we do, I just want to say, please subscribe. It helps more than you'd ever know. It really does. Like, some people don't realize how much subscribing helps, but it'd mean the world to me if you did. So, let's get into the video. Okay, so this story time takes place when I was in 5th grade. That's right, my first fight was in 5th grade. I'm not talking about no argument or anything like that. Actual throwing fisticuffs, you know, full-blown fight. Now this all started, it started as an argument into a fight. All started on the bus, and, I'm not going to use the real person's name for this story time for the sake of the story time. We're going to name the person that I fought Will. So this kid Will was on the bus. He he was arguing with someone, and I know he was arguing with me, and he said something like, "Yeah, I'm gonna beat you up." Now, I'm kind of cocky, and I kind of call people out whenever I have to. So I called this kid out. I'm like, "Dude, then punch me." I leaned in and I told him to punch me, and he's like, "Nah, when you get into the school, meet me in the bathroom. I'm gonna beat you up there." So I said, "Okay, I'll be there," because I know that we were both in the same hallway, the way the school was built. So we both would use the same bathroom during homeroom. And this kid, I just want to say, way taller than me. He was like probably double my height. And I'm not even a short person. This kid was just like super tall. And that's gonna be important for later. But just want to point that out. So I ended up going into the bathroom earlier than him, and he meet me like right before first period was gonna end. He's like, "No, at recess, I'm gonna fight you there." And he was like, "I'm gonna jump you with my friends." And I'm like, okay. I started laughing. I'm like, "Okay, dude, I'll see you there then." And so he didn't find me in there. So I'm like, he's just gonna fake it again. Nothing's gonna really happen. So fast forward to recess, because I wasn't in middle school yet or anything like that, so we did have recess at the time. And the way our school was built, like in the playground area, there was a baseball field, and the baseball field had a ditch that like no one would like could see you unless they're right at the baseball field, and there's security guards out there, but none of them went by the actual baseball field, so no one would see us fight because that's where we fought. And I'm just walking around talking to my friends, and this kid and two of his other friends started like running at me, and so I started running away, like, and I was faster than these kids. I'm not even saying I'm not no Usain Bolt, but I was faster. I'm not a very slow person, but at the time I could run for a good like 30 seconds, and then I'd be winded and I just couldn't run anymore. So that's kind of what happened. And yeah, I kind of ended up just like, because I was laughing at the time, because I'm like, this is just ridiculous. Like, how could anyone want to fight me over a stupid argument? I don't even remember what it was totally about. And this was years ago then, but like, because I'm in middle school nowadays. But I ended up like just laying on the grass in like one of the fields that none of the security guards would really know what's happening, and not in the ditch yet. And like him and his friends, like him and his two friends, I want to say, they like circled around me when I was on the ground, and I was just laughing. Like, I felt so awkward, and whenever I'm in an awkward situation, I just laugh. So that's what I did, and pretty much. Let me think. Yeah, we ended up going into the ditch, And when we got into the ditch and stuff, like, his one friend left and the other one was just there spectating. And I had my friend with me because he saw the whole thing going down. So, like, he was like, oh, well, I'd have been outnumbered. And, like, he was there to make sure no one intervened with the fight. Interfered. I don't know what I just said. And, pretty much, like, we ended up just fighting. Like, he was like, okay, let's do this. So Will, he ended up getting the first punch. I'm like, dude, he said that, like, at first he said he was going to punch me in the face, both on the bus and in the cafeteria, or not the cafeteria, in the bathroom. So he didn't end up punching me in the face. He was like, no, I'm going to punch him in the stomach. And this kid, he decided to, like, he winded back and punched me in the stomach. And, it didn't feel good. Like, it wasn't the most painful thing. This kid definitely didn't know really what he was doing. And, it was my first fight. I didn't know what I was doing at the time either. But I'm like, I could take a punch pretty well. I have an older brother that, we wrestle a lot. So, I could take a punch. But I ended up, like, throwing punches back. And mine landed, like, I think one was on his arm and one was on his chest. And, he was kind of thrown back by it. And so this kid, like, because remember, he's way taller than me. He has reach on me. He ends up grabbing me and putting me in a headlock. And I'm friends with this kid's cousin, and he, like, told me after the fight how, like, they wrestled a lot. But the only thing he could do, like, he couldn't fight, but he could, like, the only thing he did was put people in headlocks. And it wasn't a tight headlock at all. Like, I could still breathe. I just, like, couldn't move. So I, like, grabbed my fist and, like, my arm was in, like, ready to elbow this kid in the stomach. Elbow Will. And so I just hit him, like, 10 times in the gut before he let go. And I could tell, like, he was holding his stomach and stuff. And that's when the bell had finally rung for recess to be over. So as we're both walking away, and we're both petty, instead of acting like nothing just happened, kept on, like, pushing each other. And, when the security guard saw us, like, shoving each other while walking back, like, they could tell that we were both angry. And I ended up, I think, before the bell rung, I got, like, one punch in his face. I punched him in the face, I think. And me and this kid, we're actually cool nowadays, but in the story, in, 5th grade, the security guard saw us. She's like, are you guys fighting down there? And we're like, no. I'm like, we're just practicing for karate, 5th grade answer. Yeah, we both did karate and stuff. We're on the same team. We're just practicing for our tournament. I said that. And she was like, okay. And after that day, I'm pretty sure they knew that we were fighting. They just, there's no way they're going to tell because there's no cameras back there. They banned anyone from going into that ditch ever again. Because, like, you're allowed to go down there. But after that, they were like, it's probably not smart that we can't see what the kids are doing. So, kind of banned it. So no one was ever allowed to go down there again. And, I'd say I won the fight, and me and this kid, we ended up actually talking about it, like last year, and me and him are, like, cool now. We're on, like, better terms, and we laugh about it nowadays. Yeah, I remember when we got into the bus, like, he kept on saying that he won the fight, but, like, everyone was on my side because they all knew, or especially his cousin, is like, all you do is put people in headlocks. There's no way you would win the fight. And everyone was kind of on my side about it. And yeah, that's pretty much the story of when I got into the fight, my first fight ever. My stomach did hurt, like, a little bit when he punched me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But, it's whatever. It's kind of a part of, fighting someone. But, that's going to be the end of this story. If you liked please, if you like this story, please subscribe. Like I said earlier, it means the world to me. It would help me so much. Like the video while you're down there too. Both of them are completely free. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.